Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Yukio Nagasaki from University of Tsukuba, Japan. Before I start my talk, let me explain my name. Yukio is my first name. It is peculiar for people from other countries. We are using Chinese character. I'm using two Chinese characters like this. Each character has a meaning. First, Yuki means happy. O means husband. So my parents wanted me to become a happy husband. So you don't need to memorize my name, Yukio. Please remember me as happy husband. Okay? COI is like this. So we are focusing on oxidative stress, as you know. Reactive oxygen species are main player. We wanted to remove disease-related ROS, reactive oxygen species. In order to remove ROS, antioxidant is believed to use. However, this is review article 15 years ago. They investigated the effect of antioxidant. So they use 6-stage randomized studies and 230,000 clinical trial data patients analyzed. The result is like this. Beta carotene is 7%, vitamin A is 16%, vitamin E is 4%. What was the result? Increase in the risk of death. So if you take antioxidant every day, your life shortened. Why? So when you take antioxidant, they are usually, low molecular weight antioxidant spread to whole body. An important point, the low molecular weight antioxidant internalize into healthy cell and disturb, redox reaction in the cell. Especially, they produce lots of reactive oxygen species in mitochondria via electron transport chain. These kind of important loss must not be suppressed. What is important? Overproduced loss must be selectively scavenged. So what we have focusing on, self-assembling nanoparticle type antioxidant. What is this? Let me explain our antioxidant. We are using polymer, amphiphilic block copolymer, hydrophobic chain here and hydrophilic chain here, conjugated at the end. And we introduce tempo molecule. This is one of the strongest antioxidant like this. Important point, we covalently conjugate tempo molecule as a side chain of hydrophobic segment. Then we export this in an aqueous solution to form a self-assembled nanoparticle like this. This is similar to micelle, but low molecular weight micelle is easily collapsed by dilution. But in case of polymer micelle, due to the entanglement of the polymer chain, the self-assembled nanoparticle is much stabler than conventional micelle. So let me show you how effective of nanoparticle type antioxidant. We use zebrafish here. We put low molecular weight antioxidant, in this case tempo. Here, 30 millimolar level. After 5 days, all of zebrafish died. And 30 millimolar level, they immediately die, like this. And mitochondria stain, normal is like this, but the tempo is all of mitochondria gone like this. On the contrary, when we use nanoparticle type antioxidant here, even under 30 millimolar level, after 5 days, almost all zebrafish are alive, and mitochondria is still healthy like this. So we remove toxicity of antioxidant caused by low molecular weight compound. So let me show you. We have done, many diseases, and let me show you several examples of therapeutic effects of our self-assembled nanoparticle type antioxidant. First one is Alzheimer's disease. As you know, Alzheimer, the reason of Alzheimer's disease is not clear, but the final stage, they produce several proteins such as amyloid beta aggregates and causes inflammation and finally generate reactive oxygen species here. We wanted to eliminate loss here by our nanoparticle. This is Morris water maze test. The mice, healthy mice, swim like this, and he find platform here. I'm very sorry for him, due to the generation of lots of loss in the brain. He has less memory and he cannot find, the plate platform here like this. We monitored escape at latency time for 4 weeks. As compared to normal mice, they find, average 25 seconds. The Alzheimer model mice takes 1 minute like this, and it did not recover until 4 weeks. When we administer our nanoparticle, you can see here the latency time decrease like this, and finally, the become same as healthy mouse after 4 weeks. Another example is infection disease. As you know, not only COVID virus infection, many infections such as parasite, fungi, and bacteria cause an uncontrollable increase in versatile cytokine, so-called cytokine storm. Well, at the same time, a huge number of reactive oxygen species generate. We try to remove, loss by our nanoparticle system. We use malaria infection mouse and then administer our nanoparticle like this, and then analyze, the viability here like this, as compared to malaria model. Our nanoparticle administration rescue them like this. And after 6 days, you can see here malaria infected mouse does not move a lot, but our nanoparticle treated mice moves like this. This is symptom score, body weight, body temperature, and condition. As compared to control, temporal did not show, any statistical difference, but our nanoparticle treatment shows statistical difference like this. Like this, we could suppress loss generated by cytokine storm and recover the infection disease like this. Another example, we prepared nanoparticle type antioxidant, but a little bit different. This is injectable gel. At the 25 degrees C, this is liquid, but at the body temperature becomes gel like this. So we applied this for periodontitis by put them in the periodontal pocket. After we introduce this in periodontal pocket, they convert it to gel and stay for a long time and eliminate the loss there. As compared to control, the infected periodontitis, increased absorption of alveolar bone, increased rate of absorption like this. Non-RIG, this means non-redox injectable gel. So this means injectable gel without the loss scavenge character did not show any recovery. But our RIG non-redox injectable gel, which continue to decrease the reactive oxygen species in periodontal pocket, decrease the bone absorption rate like this. Another example, we also applied this injectable gel as a spray for tissue adhesion suppression. Like this, we spray on the surface of organ to prevent the tissue adhesion. We use monkey in this case. Due to time, I'm going to skip all of movie like this, but you can see here, as compared to native, after spray addition, you can see, the white gel on the surface of organs. We also monitor the retention of gel by iris. You can see here for several days, we can observe the gel on the surface of on the surface of organs. So we generated the adhesion by talc addition like this. Once you put intestine, for example, all of organ comes together. But after apply of our RIG spray, you can see you can pick up on the the intestine like this. This is as adhesion score number of adhesion or organ as compared to control. Talc treatment increased the adhesion score like this, and low molecular weight antioxidant did not work well. This is non-redox injectable gel without loss scavenge decrease the adhesion score. And this is commercially available film. So these two are the same effect, the physical separation of organs to prevent, adhesion. However, our RIG, redox injectable gel, not only physical separation, but also elimination of loss, extremely suppress the adhesion score like this. The tissue become like this. I'm going to skip this. So let me move on to today's topic. So how do intestinal antioxidant work to body? As you know, recently, microbiome become much attention. It is said the gut is the second brain. So we are focusing on gut-brain axis. As you know, what is this? Brain control gut, of course, but recently, gut control brain. So cross-talking between the gut and brain by vagus nerve, cytokine, intestinal bacteria metabolize, intestinal wall leakage, etc. And treatment are applied, prebiotics, probiotics, or fecal microbiota transplantation, and so on. However, the therapeutic effects were limited. Because, the inflammation in intestine is very much related to the brain function. And the inflammation accompanies always the reactive oxygen species. We try to remove loss in intestine. We wanted to use our nanoparticle type antioxidant. Let me tell you again, the feature of self-assembling antioxidant, our antioxidant, a wide therapeutic window due to the decreased damage to the intercellular redox system, as I tell you first. Another one, owing to the dispersion stability and biocompatibility of our nanoparticle, orally administered RMP located in the mucosa of the GI tract for a long time, but not in the bloodstream, only located in intestinal mucosa area. Then Let me show you several data. This is accumulation of our antioxidant in colon mucosa. Here, this is low molecular weight antioxidant, tenfold. You cannot observe at all in the colon for 48 hours. On the contrary, our nanoparticle accumulating colon mucosa much higher. This is commercially available nanoparticle. Although the same size, our antioxidant nanoparticle is about 2 orders of magnitude higher accumulation in intestinal mucosa. Then this is a permeation into blood. The inflamed intestine increase the leakage of gut, so-called leaky gut, increase the low molecular weight antioxidant in blood like this. However, our nanoparticle did not internalize into blood because of this size. So only nanoparticle located in the intestinal mucosa area like this. The question, can scavenge intestinal loss alter brain function or not? So we use this nanoparticle for depression model mice. I'm very much sorry to this guy. We put him into a conical tube for 6 hours per day for 3 weeks and causes depression model mice, chronic restraint stress mice. This is colon area as compared to healthy mouse. You can see here CRS mouse decrease goblet cell significantly. However, our nanoparticle treatment did not decrease goblet cell like this. This is a total mucosa area. Depression model decreased the mucosa area. However, our nanoparticle, antioxidant nanoparticle, did not decrease like this. This is antioxidant effect, lipid oxidation of colon area. Depression model increased here like this, but our nanoparticle did not decrease. This is similar protein carbonyl of colon area. Compared with depression, our nanoparticle suppress the increase in carbonyl, protein carbonylation. This is interesting, we only scavenge reactive oxygen species. However, we monitor, IL-6 cytokine level. Cytokine IL-6 increased by depression, but our nanoparticle scavenge, loss, suppress the increase in IL-6 level like this. Like this, loss scavenge suppress the intestinal inflammation like this. Then we monitor the mobility behavior. This is forced swimming test. You can see here, healthy mouse swim like this, but depression model immobilized like this. We monitor immobilized time. Depression model increased the immobilized time, but our nanoparticle treatment suppress the increase in immobilized time, immobility time. This is similar experiment, tail suspension test. Same, the healthy move like this, and depression model immobilized like this. Again, immobility time suppressed by our nanoparticle treatment. Like this, by suppressing loss, recover the behavior of depression. Then we analyze blood hormone level. The depression increased the corticosterone level in blood. You can see here, as compared to depression, our nanoparticle treatment suppressed the corticosterone level in blood. Finally, we monitor the nerve growth factor, NGF, in brain. You can see here, compared to depression, our nanoparticle treatment did not decrease, recover like this. So let me tell you again, we only scavenge reactive oxygen species in blood, in intestine. But blood hormone level, brain growth factor is suppressed like this. Ross cure depression syndrome. Finally, we investigated the intestinal leakiness of intestinal wall. As you know, leaky gut increased by inflammation. So we prepare, the depression model again and use FITC dextran to monitor the level of permeation, leakiness. You can see here leakiness of depression increase, but our nanoparticle treatment suppress the leakiness of dextran, FITC dextran, like this. Another evidence is a tight junction. The depression model decreased the level of tight junction, but our RMP did not decrease tight junction level. So we suppress the leaky gut by suppressing inflammation in intestine. Increase in intestinal permeation in the CRS model mice. RMP prevent its permeability. Another example, intestinal loss and exercise. This is also a hot topic, exercise-induced gut syndrome, EIGS. As you know, athletes or the people who have a strong exercise have, the inflammation in intestine causes headache, the stomach ache like this. So there are several reports on EIGS, mainly heat stress and redistribution of blood increase the ischemia reperfusion syndrome and causes inflammation, then increase leaky gut, spread the toxins such as lipopolysaccharide, and then causes the dysfunction of immune system and increased cytokine. At the same time, loss accompany always. So we wanted to suppress loss in intestine and check, the exercise performance. We use forced running of mice on a treadmill, 28 meters per minute. After oral administration of our nanoparticle. You can see here, this is normal mice. One weakest mice run around 55 minutes, second one stop 60 minutes, third one stop here, fourth one stop here, like this, like this, like this. Finally, the strongest mouse stopped 140 minutes. Average was 90 minutes. When we administer low molecular antioxidant, looks better. However, when we increase the dose, tend to decrease like this due to the toxicity. In our nanoparticle, it is clearly shown, the increase in running time like this. So the average is summarized like this. Low molecular weight antioxidant tend to decrease with the increasing dose. However, our nanoparticle increase running time around 40 to 50% with increasing dose like this. So scavenging intestinal loss improve exercise by performance like this. In conclusion, we designed nanoparticle type antioxidant with a 30 to 50 nanometer and orally administer accumulation in intestinal mucosa stayed for a long time, eliminate loss continuously, suppress inflammation in the intestine, and then suppress the depression syndrome and increase the exercise performance. Okay, before I close my talk, if you have any question, email me to happyhusband@nagarabo.jp. Thank you very much for your kind attention.